Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's BDF44. So it's halftime of the Phoenix Suns Los Angeles Clippers Game 6. You know me. I never, ever come to you guys at halftime with anything, ever. Most of the time, I don't think you guys are going to see it anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I wanted to say some things here, right now, that are fresh in my mind so I can react to them right away. First of all, the foul that they called on Patrick Beverley, I thought that was a good call. Common foul. I thought that was a brilliant play by Patrick Beverley. The defense had broken down. Luke Kennard was all the way out to play. And Patrick Beverley recognized from the three-point line, from that area, that there were two Suns in the paint who had a free reign to the ball to dunk the ball underneath the basket. There were two Suns underneath the basket. His defensive players were outside of the play, and he saw this. Not only did he anticipate this, but he ran and timed his jump so perfectly. And he jumped before the player attempted the shot, but met the player at his apex. It was timed brilliantly and fouled him to stop him from getting the easy dunk. Now mind you, Patrick Beverley's about my height, probably about 6 feet at the tallest. I'm about 5'10", 5'9". So he's a little taller than me. Patrick Beverley fouled DeAndre Ayton on that play, who is, I think, about 6'10", 6'11", maybe even 7 feet. So the velocity that he had to come in with had to be strong if he was going to affect this man's dunk. Mind you, a 7-footer dunking the ball, a guy my size, we had better come in with a wind-up. We can't come in just thinking we're going to volleyball this thing. We better come in with some strength, or we're probably going to go be dunked with the ball. You know, we going in the hoop too. So it's like, I thought that was one of the best defensive plays I'd seen all playoffs, and the commentary just didn't seem to recognize that. They were more so calling it a flagrant foul. Oh, you see the wind-up. I'm like, did you guys not see the anticipation of the play? Did you not see the man literally see his entire defense completely outside of the fucking court? Excuse my language. And he managed to anticipate this, time it, and all they could do was say that he was a flagrant foul? Like, would you have called that on anybody else? Would you have said it was a flagrant foul on anybody else? No. It was one of those situations where it's because it's Patrick Beverley's reputation and the fact that he's all fired up at all times, especially today, because he really is fired up today, as I told you he would be. But what I'm seeing is just like, no, when a guy does something great on the defensive side, I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, it's flagrant. It's the playoffs. It's game 6, man. He's playing with his back against the wall. If you're not throwing your body in there, a point guard trying to block a center shot, come on, man. Come on, let's stop this softness. That's all I'm saying, the softness. And the second thing I wanted to mention before getting back to the game was Jay Crowder's foul on Nicholas Batum. Another thing that I thought the commentators didn't quite get at all, even though the camera angle showed all of us what happened. Jay Crowder was actually motioning with his arm to the referee like, what the heck? Like, oh my gosh, why didn't you make this call? And so happens as he was turning to do that demonstrative act with his arm, that very act with his arm connected with Nicholas Batum, who was walking by. He didn't even look at Nicholas Batum. He wasn't paying attention to Nicholas Batum. By the time he realized he had hit Nicholas Batum was already falling on the ground. They called a flagrant on that. It should not have been. It should have been a common foul. Because there was no intention there to trip up the man at all. From the angle that the referee had, who initially called it, I can see why he called it that way, because he couldn't see what we were able to see from the angle that we were able to see it. But once they turned it around and realized that, they should have corrected that, and they didn't. That was unintentional. Jay Crowder did not mean to have to trip Nicholas Batum whatsoever. So those are two things that I just noticed, and I didn't want to get out of here without. I didn't want halftime to end without me mentioning those things, because I didn't want to forget about those things. We got a lot of game left. As of right now, the Suns are up by 9, and the story of the game right now is Jay Crowder shooting the ball. You know, I said probably about 2 videos ago in regards to these two matchups, maybe about 2 videos ago, I said that Jay Crowder needs to get hot. Just get hot from behind the 3, and that'll pretty much put the Clippers away. Because that's a dynamic that they haven't really had, and they've still been able to handle things without him really shooting well. Well, he wasn't able to shoot well after I said that, but as things go, I was a game late. Now he's picking it up. So that's really the story right now. Honestly, it's just Jay Crowder just shooting the ball so well in the first half. I think he has like 6 threes or something crazy like that. So he's making things difficult. Devin Booker's hot. He's got it going. Chris Paul had it going good. So it's a lot of good shooting going on that side of the ball. On the other side, you're seeing the Clippers shooting well too, but Reggie Jackson's kind of cooled off, which is unfortunate. But all in all, they're getting some stuff out of some guys. Marcus Morris's impact is being felt. Boogie Cousins' impact was felt. I know they're using Luke Kennard out there, but he's still struggling. So we'll see what happens, man. But the Clippers, to me, it seems like they're having a hard time defending. The Suns are able to do whatever they want. They were using a high pick and roll earlier, taking advantage of Boogie Cousins real bad, getting back-to-back three-point shots by, oh man, can't think of his name. My mind always goes blanks, but they got their power forward 2 3-point shots in a row, Dario Saric, and it was one of those situations where they just need to close out better from behind the arc. The Clippers are doing what they need to do is to stay close. They're hitting big shots to keep the spread from getting crazy, but they're not able to get any closer than 6 for the most part, because every time down, it seems like the Suns are able to make a play. And it's one of those things where it's just like, the Clippers are playing hard, but they don't really have it together tonight. Paul George doesn't particularly have it going. Like I said, Reggie Jackson doesn't have it going. So what I do see, though, is Patrick Beverley making his impact felt on the Clippers side more so than anybody else. He's been the guy that's jumping off the screen for the Clippers. And his impact is mostly felt on the defensive end. He is doing what you need to see. He's actually playing one of the best games I've seen him play. And, he had this fantastic crossover on Chris Paul in the first half. I'm pretty sure y'all see some highlights of that. No question, because he got Chris Paul good. But, he came ready. He came ready. I'm not sure the rest of his team did, but he's ready. So it's still a full half left. I'm going to go check in. It's been about 7 minutes, so we're almost there. Thank you guys for watching. My name is BDF44, and I'm out.